guys. I've been working on some. Here, I'll show you. I've been working on a lot of different spreads to do better comparisons with it. This first one I wanted to try here is the spiral of fluid energy. This one's very complicated, so I may work through it slowly just because I've only been through it once or twice, and I just made a lot of revisions on it. So it may go slow, but as I put these into rotation, I will get better with them. So just bear with me, okay? Again, the spiral of fluid energy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this back. So as you can see, my lovely table. So I've got like air down here, a sun, fire element up top, earth element over here, and water element over here. All right, so I put some corresponding stones with them as well. The thing about this spread is that it's very versatile. So like I have the way it's gonna factor out once you guys start to see it, I could even put houses all over the place, but I wanted to just start with the 4 elements surrounding this, spirit, because the center of this spread always starts with one card here in the center, and it's either spirit or a querent. So the thing is are we gonna look for spiritual influence, or are we going to be dissecting a self, our own self, or one person? We can also put spirit here, and instead of the elements, we could put 4 different querent energies for comparison. As you see this thing go, you'll understand what I mean. Let me see, there's 10, 20, 24, 8. There's like over 30 cards on this spread when it's all said and done. So, but they all play out certain ways. So anyway, what I want to do is we're going to go ahead, like I said, we're going to make this center sun, and yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we're going to put 4 centers in between our 4, basically. So we'll use these to do it. First one will be number 9, which is up there. So we've got Virgo. And the next one will be Scorpio. All right, so we have, I always use my cards here, helps me keep track of everything. Virgo's going to be there. That's number 9. Scorpio is going to be right here. That's number 10. All right, next one, 11 is going to be Cancer. And obviously, if it's one that's already on there, I'll re-roll. All right, so Cancer. And now Capricorn. All right. Now we have our decidedness here. All right. Over here. All right. So we want to. What's going to happen here is most of these cards, as I put them out, they're going to stay face down. This is a very intuitive spread. So I'm looking for spirit guides. I'm feeling for energies. I'm just, using my intuition here. So this is a very, very hard spread to get going. So I do apologize. I do not know how well this is going to go. I want to keep positive because spirit's always on my side here. But let's get going. So I'm actually going to use these cards for energies. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the dead center, which is going to be our sun or spirit influence. And yes, it will have an influence. There's movement in these cards. So sorry, yes, you will. There could be movement in these cards depending on how things turn up. And one thing I want to mention is with spirit, whatever card comes down here, when it eventually flips up, it can never be read reverse. Spirit's never going to put negative or a negative polarity or a reverse polarity on a situation if we're seeking help. If we're seeking help, they're getting it. If we are reluctant for help, it becomes more of a negative polarity. We could do that, but I'm not going to. This one's gonna I always read my spirit card positive, and the way that comes out can have a massive effect on the rest of the way these cards set. So all right, Spirit, show me. Well, it came up right. Okay, so when they come up like that, I mean to keep them down, but this one came up, so Spirit's going to be upright. It's not gonna, things are going to come down in certain ways. All right, we got to set our energies for Virgo, Scorpio, and Cancer. All right. I'm going to Spirit, you know how I'm going to do this. Time is fluid. You know exactly what's going to happen. And once I make my decision, you'll know. Instant. All right. Like I said, it's very intuitive, so this read could take some time. All right, there you go. Yes, I put a spiral on the end. Ooh, it's in this one. All right, let's face down. Ooh, a split. I already tell you that's Scorpio. Looking for. Oh, it's supposed to be Cancer. Sorry. Actually, no. I can do it. All right. One on the round. All right, Spirit. Can I get an energy for Cancer? Can we get energy for Capricorn, please? That was the one I wanted to come out, but I stopped it. All right. All right, we got personal animal energy set. All right, so the next thing we need to do is begin to populate the board. So the next ones we want to do are set fire, earth, air, and water. Okay. So just for reference, Virgo is going to be represented as one. That's the one energy. Scorpio is going to be our 3 energy. Capricorn is going to be our 2 energy. And Cancer is going to be our 4 energy. So when you hear those numbers, that's their correspondence. All right. Once more. All right. We are setting the fire element. Let's set the fire element of number 9. This will be the perception. This will be an outside perception of Virgo. Could be anybody, could be friends, family. The thing to remember is this is an outside perception. So this isn't Virgo's take on themselves. Somebody, something, some way, public, or that's how they see Virgo. Bam. All right, we're gonna set the earth element now. Earth element. Let's get earth element. So this will be the perception of Scorpio, our number 3. This is the outside elements again. We're setting 4 outside. That's it right there. All right, and we're setting the air element now, number 11, which is perception of 4, Cancer. That was it. That came quick. Water element. Spirit, can we get the perception from water element to Capricorn, outside influence, please? All right. We're beginning to build influence here. All right. So, the next thing that happens is we take 2 and 2. I'm going to use it's a smaller deck because I have to surround these Zodiac energies, right? So I'm going to use this deck for our Virgo and Scorpio. And I'm going to use this one. They're both small decks, so I'm doing it. This one for our Capricorn and Cancer, right? All right. Let's go. 1, A, B, C, and D. That's above, below, left and right. So above is, I like to think, like a mental influence or mental, it's the mental aspect of Virgo. Below is the grounded aspect of Virgo. To the left is the recent past aspect of Virgo, and to the right will be the near future aspect. Whoa. So A, B, C. I'll take the bottom one for D. All right, let's go down to Scorpio. Let's look for A, B. A is thought, B is near future, C is grounded aspect, and D will be past aspect. Okay, so I tried not to look at that. I kind of seen it, but I didn't see the other one. So this will be A, B. Can we get C? I mean, I seen it, but I didn't see it. I didn't really like soak it in. So we. I know it takes a long time to set it up, but that was the way I wanted the design. I want to make sure it's covered. All right, let's go up to 2. A, B, and C, D. So let's go with A. Here we go. Got 3. Sweet. Thank you, Spirit. Must have heard me talking about how long it takes. Now we just need that recent past for Capricorn. The aspect of the recent past for Capricorn. One more. Lock me up. Do something. Spit it out. There it is. Alright. And now, Cancer. Let's go with the mind space. Let's go with the near future. I was trying to flip out, but I blocked it. Alright. And let's go with the grounded aspect of Cancer. One more. And let's go with the recent past for this Cancer. Oh, I can tell this is going to be added on. Can you get that recent past for, where it was? That one was flawed. Yeah, I would want to break here, so it's this one. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Now, we got more to do. And the last one, or yeah, is that the one? Yeah. We've got 4 more to set. And these 4, sorry, I'm trying to choose the deck I want to use. You know what? I'll use this one. All right, these 4 are going to surround Spirit in the same, the mental influence from Spirit, the future influence from Spirit, the grounded influence from Spirit, and the past influence from Spirit. So that way you can, people are like, well, why would you want to see that? Well, I mean, if you can look back on the past, you may have been blaming somebody for something, and it may have been a karmic or divine intervention the whole time. So you might be able to identify a problem you had in the past. You thought somebody might have been at fault, but you might be able to understand that, well, that was Spirit, divine intervention. So can you really hold that against somebody? Can't outdo Spirit. Spirit wants it done. It's going to happen. Anyway, let's get that number 5, which is the headspace, the mental connection with Spirit. Okay, I'm not looking at flip, but I'm Try not to look. All right, let's go with that future influence with spirit. Future influence, there it is. So just speak. I get that grounded influence with spirit, please, spirit. Give me your grounded influence. Okay, I don't want to see it. I don't see it. All right, and let's get that past intervention or influence, spirit. Can you give me that, spirit? Your past influence on this situation, on this whole spread. You know how the spread's going to flow. Don't look at it. All right, man. Oh. So typically, I would have wanted this to be face down, right? So I want to explain this a little bit. I typically would have wanted this to be face down, so when I flip it, I would see where it's at. Upright, cool. If it happened to be reversed, I have to force it upright, so I would flip it. I would spin it to make it upright, right? Well, when you do that, that influences our elemental energies, right? So what that would mean is, if I had to flip it from reverse to upright, that means all of these would also have to take that same switch before I even flip them. I would just, you know, I'd turn them on. And then from there, those, when they get to their final resting place, if it ends up upright when you flip it, it creates a rotation for A and D on Virgo influence, and it would flip them, you know, just the two cards. So that would be the head space and the future space. It would flip them as well, right? So that's how we would do it. But our spirit card came up upright, so nothing's gonna 9, 10, 11, and 12. The outside perceptions are not going to change, which is good. Okay. Spirit, please connect with me, ancient ancestors, archangels, and all the above. Help me understand and feel these flows and these synergies, as not all cards may end up being turned, or all may. This is all free-flowing energy, and I will try to read you intuitively. I will try to read the energies. I will try to read the guidance, everything that is possibly given, and every aspect on the table. And I provide all this randomness because it's easier for spirit to get messages across if you provide randomness, because through the law of one, I wholeheartedly learned and believe that everything that involves the universe or spirit begins and ends in mystery, which is randomness. And so I like having that randomness here instead of, you know, 3 cards, past, present, future. I don't like that. I like, okay, here's a bunch of crap that we can use in any way. It's randomized like dice. You seem to use a lot of dice because I can shake that, roll it good, and with that chaotic spin, the universe or source or spirit can put the love into it and change that chaos to whatever it wants. And it's way easier for them to get a more adept message out, in my opinion. Maybe not for everybody, but anyway. So we're not flipping 9, 10, 11, or 12. All right, so that means we can go ahead and flip them, the energies for those. So here's 9. So on the fire element, we have, oh man. All right. So what I see, the fire element is bringing the Temperance card reversed. So this is a lack of balance. And we're definitely, it's a Sagittarius, so it's just definitely setting on the fire. So it's doubly fire. This is an overwhelming fire aspect. So Virgo there's an outside influence being looked at by somebody, most likely a fire sign, or it's at least a passionate or spirited type of understanding about you, and they seem to think that you are unbalanced, or maybe you're sick. You're unable to blend with certain rules, certain parties, certain aspects. Regardless, you're in a system that does you seem broken for. You're not balanced in some way. That's the outside influence on to Virgo. And that's whoever's perception that is. Whether that's right or wrong, we don't know. All right, so we move over here to Earth. So 10, the outside perspective on this Scorpio is the reversed High Priestess. This is somebody who keeps secret knowledge for self-gain. This is somebody who uses it to progress themselves in one way or another. And since it's laying on the Earth energy, we're going to apply it to that groundedness, to that pinnacle. So this is somebody who's using, their looks, their emotions, their ability to manipulate a situation or people to further their stability gains, money, jobs, just to bolster themselves in that 3D world. And they're doing it, and this person is intuitive too, and they're using that for self-gain, solely on self-gain. So that's what they think you are doing, Scorpio, is you are using your intuition for self-gain in the realm of the home or money or possession. So it's manipulation for gain, for self-gain, basically. There's an aspect looking at you thinking that there is a manipulation for self-gain. All right, so down here on the air element, we have the upright Page of Swords. So pages bring us messages, right? It's communications. Swords, it can be a little cutting. It can be real fast, and it can be very sharp, and to the point, though. But to a point that it may also be slightly upsetting to somebody. And this is our outside perception of Cancer. So Cancer, and the sword is setting on the air, so this is definitely some very, very cutting words. So Cancer, somebody is wanting, they have a perception of you that you're very sharp tongued, and that what I'm getting is that it's hard to talk to you because you may snap easily, you may seem stressed all the time, and nobody can talk to you because nobody wants to get yelled at all the time. Nobody wants to be cut down. Even though this is upright and it's setting on this air element. This look in her eyes, very, very like, here, I'll show you. Like, really? Don't fucking talk to me, basically. So, coming off very off-putting. Nobody wants to fucking talk to you because you look like an asshole, basically. That's what it looks like to me. Move over here to the water element. We have the Knight of Pentacles upright. So this is a slow moving offer, but it's a very grounded, very, very stable offer. 4 feet on the ground seems a little more stable than 2 wings in the air, if you know what I mean. But it's but 2 wings in the air is much faster than 4 feet on the ground. So it's a slow moving offer. So it looks like with this Capricorn, somebody's either wanting, it's a perception of Capricorn. So I think somebody's expecting Capricorn to bring this offer of stability to them. But for some reason they're feeling like it's taking forever. So somebody is wanting an offer, a stable offer from you, Capricorn, but they feel like you're taking forever. Whether or not you actually want to do it or not, that's their perception. They think that's what that should be. All right, so we have our outside perceptions, our influences, right? All right, so we're going to go back to spirit here. So we're going to go ahead and flip all 4. Because I just get this, since it was upright, I'm just getting this feeling like I'm not going to intuitively keep any down or move these around, because I can spin these around to match whatever angle I want with whatever one if I feel it. I wasn't feeling it. I feel like right where they're at is where they're supposed to be. All right, so so technically the default meaning for this, because like I said, this setup with all these isn't always the same. I can do all kinds of different things with this, so I tried to generalize this. So the above spirit here is our energy's direction. So this energy is being rejected, basically. So this Hanged Man reverse is somebody who's not seeing all the sides to the story, somebody who's not practicing a spiritual connection or is rejecting a spiritual connection, which, like I said, is almost that same way. So this energy is being rejected in the fire element. So what we're going to do with this is going to go down and turn sideways, which means this is dead energy. This is energy that was rejected and sent back to spirit. Spirit's going to come up with a different way, but in this snapshot, it may not happen. All right, so now we have adding power, right? Coming off to the right. So we're adding 3 of Wands reversed, and that happens to be the same side as the water. What do you know? So we're adding a disrupted family, a disrupted addition to a relationship or a feeling. So we're really going to cut into this Knight of Pentacles, the stable, grounded offer of emotion or relationship, and we're going to break it down now. So we have the reverse 3 of Wands, a lot of what am I thinking? I said wand. That's wands, not water. Damn it! This deck's weird because even the wands are in water. Weird. Gets me every time. I apologize. So this is fire. So what I think I can do here. So we have an empty spot here, right? So now what I can do is I can move this dead spot over here and match this element, because that's the way I feel like it should, but it's not going to flip because nothing flipped. So now we see this 3 of Wands, this creative endeavor that's not being started or was dropped, and we see that we have the like I said, the unbalance here. This might be where the unbalance is happening now. And then we're going to reflip Hanged Man and apply it this way. So this is our adding power to this side. So we have a Hanged Man. So we have somebody who's not seeing all the angles. So I think what this is really going to is this energy is going to bounce over here, and then it's going to transit right into the Capricorn. So I believe with the outer influence, the perspective from here to the Capricorn, of Capricorn thinking that there's somebody's thinking that Capricorn's going to give an offer. I think that it's Capricorn who's not seeing all sides or not using their spiritual awareness. So I feel like Capricorn now can take this energy. And we'll just move it a little closer just so we know it's applied there. And we will move this one up because I think that's where we're applied here too. I think there's just an abundance of fire up there is why that person's out of balance. There's too much passion. They're not tempering it. But anyway, Capricorn, you're not. I feel like you're just not seeing the angle, or you're not using your intuition or your spiritual gifts. Because you could be feeling sick, maybe. That's possible. All right, so let's move down. We have the Hermit reversed here. So this is Virgo energy, which is opposite of Virgo right now. But this is somebody who I like to call this person like backwards man. Like usually the Hermit, they go in, but they're they go inward to come outward. This person is going inward because they do not ever want to be outward. Or this is somebody who's not learned a lesson, or is taking a long time to learn a lesson. This could also be somebody who was taught wrong, who was never shown certain things or certain ways that are just kind of common knowledge. It's just a lack of understanding, really, is what this is, because that's why they're stuck in the reverse. Because the upright, it's still an internal introspection, but this is an introspection with outer energies pushed. To be in reverse, they're not getting the outer energies. They're just stuck inside because they don't understand, they don't know, they're freaking out, they can't make these decisions. That's our Virgo. And I think this is the right spot, because we have this page who looked like an asshole, and people think that they don't want to talk to him because they just look like it's going to be a fight. And I think it's because this person is struggling internally, which is our Cancer here. So somebody's seeing Cancer as internally struggling internally. So we're going to move that over there, because they're going to take that influence from Spirit. And if you notice, we're going in a circle, and then energies are bounding outwards. So now we're going to move over here to the Knight of Pentacles upright. So again, this is a movement card with instability, not instability, within. So this is a stable movement card. And this is also right here on the same side as our Earth element. We have the using their esoteric intuitive knowledges and manipulations for self-gain. So that's a weird energy. So we have somebody who's coming slowly with an offer, very stable, very strong offer. We see somebody seeing Scorpio as manipulative, using their spiritual gifts for self-service. I actually think this is an Earth sign that is seeing this. So I think we got some sort of identification of this outer perspective. I think that's why this offer is not coming, or is being very, very slow, because somebody's a little confused. They're seeing what they think is a manipulation, or not using their abilities in the correct way. So I think you're dealing with an Earth sign. So we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And that's Scorpio's outer perspective. All right. So now we want to define what Spirit's energy is overall, right? So it's the Elephant card. That is, I want to read this whole thing. I haven't learned this whole book. This is a deep one. Elephant, unstoppable, obviously. Auspicious and wise, obviously. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. So I think Spirit's biggest effect here on everybody is the self-reflection part, or movement in or out of situations, around obstacles, under, over obstacles. All four of these people, the energies and the situations they're in are heavily guided by Spirit. And I have a feeling I don't think any one of you realize it. I think the closest one to possibly realizing it would be Capricorn, but they just need to open up their eyes and realize that. But then again, maybe Capricorn actually does realize it. That's why that offer's not coming. because somebody may think that they are manipulative and they have some Capricorn wrapped around their finger, so they're just expecting it to come, and Capricorn's not sending it. So I think out of all of them, Capricorn might be the closest to actually have passed this little hurdle from Spirit to help get you on the right path. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're with that. All right. Anyway, so we've pushed out energy. We've pushed out some energy towards everybody, and let's see how this is going to affect everybody. So. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. So, boom, 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 boom. I did move that. That was 5 or 6 moved to 5. 1C and D need to move. So 1C and D need to flip. And over here, this one was upright. So that flipped that way, so this needs to flip this way. And I know it doesn't matter which way I flip it, but it does, because the spin can add positive or negative charges on it, which would influence my interpretations, my feelings, and my intuition. These need to flip this way. These need to flip this way. We just had a lot of negative response, like negative charge response inwardly towards Spirit on this one. So, all right. Now, what we are going to do is go to number 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. All right, Virgo, this is you. You are the Nightingale reversed. So this is somebody, the Nightingale is very famous for their songs and the way they present. You know, they're very, very small, but they they sing larger than life. But this is reverse. So Virgo, I feel like you should be outwardly expressive and you're not. What's in your head is the 4 of Cups. You look very down, very cross and pissed off about 3 empty cups, and you're not even seeing this magical creature right beside you with a cup that looked like they were offering it, but they're kind of still holding it there, but it's not kind of like offered, but it's still kind of there. They're like, screw it, I'm just kind of do my own thing here. So it definitely feels like there were some losses there, and you're feeling it and you're thinking about it. So in your near future, we have the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords is like persevering, a focused conversation or actions to a single point of interest to get something done here. This could also mean dishonor or losses. 5 swords right at your nose. Yeah, here I'll show you. Somebody, you got 5 swords right on your nose. It's like, okay, I give up. But regardless, it's it's telling us to be more mindful of our own weaknesses, so we don't end up in such a lopsided situation, and kind of walk away or lose in this one. So you're going to need to walk away or possibly lose here in the near future, Virgo. And then what's grounding you is karma. So basically when I see this, I'm thinking you're almost like in a tar pit. You can't even move. You're stuck because of karma. You're paying your karmas right now. And if you've been stuck here, like grounded is flowing energy into the ground. This ground I'm feeling immediately with karma down there is that this is a stuck. This is like glued to the ground. This isn't energy flowing to the ground. This is you being stuck here into the ground, and you can't collect other energies. So something here is a karmic debt, past life debt, or earlier life karmas that are being played out here. And this is definitely the divine. the divine had an impact on this one. So your recent past was the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is impatience. Somebody who's very, very impatient here. For you, Virgo, being very, very impatient about something. And that could be where the karmas come in. That could be why you ran right up on 5 swords. You know, you need to... The story here mainly is balance and timing for you, Virgo. All right, so let's go ahead and flip these. I'm almost 40 minutes in, so I want to get this done. All right, so Scorpio, your energy is the Dolphin reverse. So very smart, intelligent, very bright, lots of energetic energies, different energies flowing, but this was reversed. So this honestly, I feel potential here. Scorpio, I think you have a tons of potential, but I feel like for some reason it is blocked. Don't know if it's in the energy centers or whatever your circumstance is, but in your head, you got the reversed Ace of Wands. Wow, this is like sulking over a passion you have. This could also, I'm getting, I feel like there is a physicality to somebody. And I think this is, this is the Pentacles, the person that's manipulating, that's actually manipulating you. And I think it's a sexual manipulation, because this Wands gives me the, like, I just want to get my wand in. I want to get my wand going here. You know what I mean? And it's passion. So I feel like they're manipulating you through sexual means, and that's in your head. And they're doing it well because, well, maybe. And then in your near futures, we see temperance. We see a balance here. We see blending something. We're blending 2 elements at least. So she got a foot in the water, and we got, you know, rainbow and energy above them. So I feel like you're going to catch on, and you're going to finally get tired of it, and you're going to start to blend and balance in your near future. What's grounding you is the reverse Page of Wands. This is, again, more fire energy, but it's reversed. So this is a tease. That's why you just been, right now, you're wanting to get your wand going, but it's all tease. So they're grounding you in place. They're keeping you where you're at by teasing passionate messages that are not real. They're not for real. And it's getting you in your head about your wand. They're fucking with you. They're teasing you, and they're sexually manipulating you without actually... Doesn't seem like they're actually having sex either. Recent past is the reversed Hanged Man. So you're not seeing this. Like, they're seeing that you're not seeing how they're playing you sexually here, and this is all sexual, okay? Which is very typical of Scorpio. So basically, your information here, Scorpio, is to cut the bullshit. Whoever the hell this is, this Earth sign, just cut them off. Count your losses. Begin that tempering and rebalancing of yourself. Don't worry about them. This is all on them. And I think you're gonna hit the ground running. You're gonna speed up real quick. You're not gonna be held back from this too much, because, I mean, you know, so what? You didn't get no booty. I mean, they may have manipulated for some big shit, but keep moving forward. Fuck them. Leave them in the back, and they can fuck themselves. Sorry about my language, but that's how it goes. All right, so we're gonna come over here. Cancer. You are the reverse hyena. So we have, this is kind of like a pack hunter. You know, they can run in the daytime or the nighttime. So this person is flexible. They can show you the whole truth, or they can hide some truth. This person flows. So this is their survival. They flow the way they need to flow. They do and say the things that they need to say to get things done in the ways that they need it, regardless if it's true, false, omitted information. They're scavengers, meaning that they will, they will collect off of other people's energies and efforts. Kind of a user, if you ask me. But anyway, so in their head is the star. Could be an Aquarian. Could be an Aquarian on the mind. But the star brings us hope, direction, guidance, help, love given and received. reminds us not to lose sight of our goals, and then kind of figuring out what's worth putting our time and effort in that go the distance with. So Cancer's really taking the next step from being, stuck in a stuck mode to a move forward, a positive forward movement mode. In the head, it needs to come to fruition. In the near future, though, we have a reverse judgment. So I feel like you or somebody is judging you incorrectly, which corresponds with our Page of Swords here, where people think that they don't want to talk to you because you look like you're just going to chew their head off. I feel like you're going to realize that this might actually be happening. You may not even realize this is happening, or they're going to realize that maybe they were wrong. Somebody was misjudging you correctly. This could also be a reverse judgment. This could be somebody coming, you or somebody coming back and saying, "Hey, I think it's basically an apology. I think that I might have misjudged that situation, or you in this situation. I apologize." That's in the near future. What's grounding you is the Six of Pentacles. This is giving and receiving. So I feel like what's keeping you in place, Cancer, is the fact that wherever you're at, how you're doing things, you're actually able to live somehow. You're living this way, and it seems to be working for you. And your recent past was the Nine of Swords. So this is our nightmares, fearing, worries, troubles, failures, unresolved problems, depressions, mental issues, thoughts are taking over, unable to sleep, overthinking, burden to yourself. In the past, you needed to just get the fuck out of your head, and I think you might. I think now with the star here, I think you finally got this lacking negative polarity out of your head, and you're moving into a forward direction with the star. But you're still stuck because we got this Hermit here. So there's still something that's got you stuck, and it might still be this Nine of Swords that's still pulling you back a little bit. These energies are balancing, the star and the Nine of Swords. The star will overtake, but it's taking some time to rebalance them and to wipe out what the Nine of Swords put in place. That's what I'm feeling here. Because you're still reversed, so you're still inward. You're going to come out soon, though. So basically, just keep doing what you're doing, Cancer. Realize the fear is probably one of the biggest evils ever. Just think positively, and think about why you feel so lack, why you're so afraid. Maybe your bar is too high. Sometimes, if you have to have the finest of all things and you don't get it, then that seems a little trivial to pain yourself over. So maybe you should understand what's most valuable, and as long as you have that most valuable, everything else can just kind of go away or come and go as it pleases with no effect on you. All right, so let's go up here to our Capricorn. In the headspace, we have the reverse King of Pentacles. Not getting good energy from that. Capricorn, a reverse Lizard. This is somebody, fire sign. This is having fire, but this is also unable to blend and fold in with different crowns and move between things like a chameleon or a lizard, and be versatile, basically. The lack of versatility. But in the headspace of Capricorn is the reverse King of Pentacles. For me, this person is greedy. And if they're not greedy, they have this giant pinnacle that they show everybody, and they're not actually got that. They're not that stable. They don't have that kind of money. They don't have that kind of house. They don't have that kind of stability. But they are keeping up with the Joneses, basically. It's a front in the head. And I don't know if this is or if this is somebody you're thinking about and you're seeing through them. Which is probably, actually, you probably are thinking about this and you're seeing through them, because remember, we had this person over here thinking that, Capricorn's going to give you an offer and it's not coming. That's because Capricorn's onto you. They're thinking about it and they're seeing you as this greedy, fronting person that's not real, that's unrealistic, that's fronting, that's not showing their true self. So yeah, I was right about that. Near future, Six of Swords, moving away from them and making it known. And what's grounding you? The Emperor. That's perfect. That's great. That's a great energy for ground. That's a great grounding energy. You would ground in your own empire. You're in control of your own empire, your own life, your own future. You are expressing outwardly that you control yourself and you do what you want to do because you are capable of taking care of yourself. Great fucking energy to be in, Capricorn. Best energy, I think, out of everything so far. And in the recent past, though, we have the Lovers. So there was a decision to be made. Could be involving a Gemini. But there was definitely a decision to be made. It's upright, so I feel like you made a decision to create some sort of decision that brings in love or connects a love together. I feel like you might. This is really recent, I think, too. I'm feeling like if that is the case, this is really, really recent, so it's very, very new. So there's not a bunch of energy that's been built up yet. Which makes sense because this person's thinking you're going to send it because they got you wrapped around their finger, which would be the long-term thing. And they don't realize that you're the Capricorn seeing them for what they are, and they might have actually just met somebody new. Or they made a decision to understand, or they made a decision finally that says, this is what I want and I love. If you didn't actually meet somebody, you might have finally just figured out what it is you want, what's gonna make your life happy. So I think you're on track, Capricorn. Just be aware of this Pentacles motherfucker, this King of Pentacles, this fronter, the greedy person. As long as you follow your path, moving ahead, staying in this emperor energy is what that's the best advice I can tell you. Stay in that right there, and you will rule your roost for years to come. But it's been almost an hour video. I hope this spread turned out some good stuff for you guys. I'm really happy. Do some quick little things here. Spirit, can I get a letter or two for the first or last name of this emperor on Capricorn? I'm seeing an N and an I. Can we get one for Cancer? First or last name. I'm seeing an F and an A. Ooh, B. Scorpio. First last name. We got a B and an I. Virgo. First and last name. We got an N and a U. I kind of hand designed some letters too in this bag, so I'm gonna reach in here, start pulling them out. So we're going to put some more. Because there could be more than one story or more than one group of people with different names. So we're gonna pull some other letters out. So for Emperor, we have a C. A C could be for Capricorn, this Emperor, a C could be important in a first or last name. First or last name of this Cancer. We do see a star card here, so let's do two. Actually, no, we got this F and A here. So we're going to do the star. Let's get this one. An R could be important with a star card for some of us. It doesn't mean that that's the only story that involves that star card. That just means for some of them, the R is important. Scorpio. Oh, we got Temperance here. So we have a B and an I for Scorpio. Temperance. Energy is could be a T. Let's see how this reverse. U could be important for the Knight of Pentacles involved with Scorpio. Virgo, I want one for Virgo. We got a Z. A Z could be important, which a Z, N, or T could be important. Now, I'm just going to start throwing down two more. Let's see. Actually, who is this King of Pentacles reversed? Let's go with this one. Q could be important in some sort of naming convention. Any other important energies? Lovers. Oh, that fell out. G could be important with the lovers. For the Capricorns. Yep, I think that's good for them. And last but not least, time to cap the whole thing. Spirit. These are spirit guided cards here. Spirit. I'm going to lay one card on you. What is it you want to tell to help? Well, you're going to demand two. Okay. So we have some divine masculine's power at play here. So there's some divine masculines at work somewhere around here. And then we have earth healing angels. So there's some earth healing going on here. Some angels around you. Some of us, could be earth healing angels as well. And I'm not saying that this side is any more important. It's just, this is what Spirit wanted to say. Power of the divine masculine, the manifestations. There's the heavy manifestation that can be going on here, or is going on here. So, and it's upright. So keep it up. And then the earth healing. So basically healing earthly past wounds and manifesting what you deserve. So, all right, guys, I hope this helped. Thank you. Have a good one.